Hello, hello, hello. What's going on, everybody? Hope everybody's having a great day today. Bit of a late start, but it's Monday. If you work a 9 to 5, you know how Mondays go. So, busy day for sure, but we made it, so that's good. All right. Switch my audio here so I can actually hear the music. All right, see who we got. Rick says hi, everyone. Preezy with the second. Oh man, you were so close to first. So close. But Rick barely beat you out. All right. Preezy's out. Rick's waiting for the next drop. Cashed in at 34 cents. What's going on, Chosen One? El Bash, what's up? Advantage. Austin, what's going on? Shuba, what's going on? Matt's Market, hey, thanks for hanging out. What's up, Evan? I sold at 34, bought back at 33. Cool. At least you got that scalp in, but we are a little under your current position. So, what's up again, Rick? Made 1 cent. Rafi says, yo, Mariano, quick question. If you had the opportunity right now to buy and hold 1 ETH or use that same cash to put into Doge, what would my move be? That is a great question. I like that question. Hey, what's up, Roar Nation? What's up, man? Fresh fade. Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate that. Appreciate it. All right. Okay, cool. There we go. We got this 100%. We got this, Doge family. I agree with you, Evan. Hope everybody's having a good day, though. Everybody, of course, we're going to get into talking about crypto, but how has everyone's day been? Has it been a busy Monday for you guys? Are you glad it's over? Was it a rare, enjoyable Monday? I'm just curious. Hey, thank you, Sunny Noel. Thank you for the sub. I appreciate that. 300k Doge? Is that how much you're holding? You have 300,000 Doge coins? That's crazy. Sunny, you're gonna have quite the bag once we hit $1. 300 grand. Crypto Critter says, hey man, new to the channel. I heard Matt's Market recommend you. Appreciate that. Yeah, I saw you. I was talking to you over in the chat. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for glad you made it. Michael Meath, John Tremblay, what's going on? We've got everybody here. I love the growth of your channel. Thank you, Camvlog. Preezy says, I'm out and packing my bags. Crypto's too much for me. Well, guys, I will say we had quite the fall off over this last couple hours here, but we had a double bottom here and we are picking up some steam again. So that's something we'll be talking about today. What's going to happen here? Marcelo says, in my opinion, do you see Doge hitting 26 cent support between before August 23rd? So that's about what, 7 days from now? That's only 6 cents away. It definitely could. And I think it's really going to depend on what Bitcoin does. And we'll definitely get into that a bit more in a second. Why isn't Doge higher with all the hype? Well, the question would be, if you're talking about the Bitcoin hype, that's a great question as well. So let's save that for the meat of the discussion here. Holding 300k, bought at 5 cents. Wow, that's awesome, man. Glad to hear that. You'll be a millionaire if we hit like $3, 3.5. That's crazy. John has 72k. That's awesome as well. It was a rough day today. It sure was. New member here also. Hey, thank you, Evan. Appreciate your support. Welcome to the family. Cool, guys. Well, we've got a good like 30 people already in. It looks like you guys are ready to get to it. So let's roll. Long day. Been sanding and buffing a 70. Oh, I love 70 GTOs. That got the oh crap, paint job. Well, that's not fun. Well, hopefully once you're done with it, paint job will be good. That's cool. All right, so I'll go ahead and share desktop and we can roll into it. I got to get me one of those dancing Doges like Matt's Market has. That thing put me in a whole different zone yesterday. I was just dancing with the Doge. I was like, okay, little Doge, okay. Priest, you have 0k. I saw that, man. You can't retract before I see it. What do I think about BTT? Can you remind me what that is? Is SHIB coming to Robinhood? Probably not anytime soon. Hey, what's up, Tripper? All right, I'll share my screen. Hippo, what's going on? Look at all these new people we have in the stream today. Preezy says he has 0K Dogecoins, guys. Oh, BitTorrent? Not for me. That's not an investment for me. Me too, I was doing the Doge. Me too, I was dancing like crazy. That Doge had me. If the music wasn't enough, that Doge itself had me hype. I was vibing with it. It was like we were in the club or something. I don't even know what happened. But yeah, guys, if you haven't checked out Matt's Market's channel, he always plugs me. I'll plug him as well. He has chill streams that are similar to mine. So if you like this kind of vibe, check him out when he goes live and sub to his channel. Good stuff. I appreciate other channels that do genuine technical analysis and realistic content, you know, not just always talking about something going to $15,000 and trying to hype everybody up and misleading people just so that they buy in. If you're like breaking down charts and being realistic and you've got a good vibe, I appreciate that kind of stuff. So check them out. Sadly, you've only got 2K. Hey, 2K's good. Yeah, absolutely, Matt. And yeah, we'll definitely get together soon, man. I know I've been procrastinating, bad habit, but we'll link up for sure very soon. I'm just gonna do it. it's I don't even know why I'm waiting. Austin says it looks better, but it really needs to be repainted. The guy just got the car back from the paint shop. I've just been trying to make it look a little better. Oh, okay. Well, at least there's some progress there. That's good. I want a project car myself. I don't have one. Yeah, the Dancing Doge, that was great. Yeah, good vibes, 100%. Cool, guys. Well, you know the new format. I'm going to like read all your comments. You guys have already started asking questions, and I'll kind of answer those questions in my, I don't know, 10-minute little thing that we rant, I guess you could say. But I'm going to just record that without reading comments, just in case I want to upload it as like a video, you know, a YouTube video for people that want to watch this back without me like pausing to read comments and talk about random stuff. And then I'll get right back to the comments and we'll have the continuation. All right, so let's see. And I'll be honest, I haven't had a whole lot of time today to even look at this chart. So I'm kind of looking at it for the first time since we were like here. Yep. Just need to see what's going on here. Ah. 816, 930. 816, 930. Okay, so the Doge crash was driven by the whale dump on Bitcoin for whatever reason. ETH is following, ADA is following. Solana's up very high today. That's pretty cool. All right, anyway. All right, let's roll into it. You mean we aren't going to be all trillionaires by the end of the year? Unless you've got like $1 billion in right now, absolutely not. 60K Doges at 60 cents. Oh, that's good. Okay, 60 cents. Okay. Still need to be up 90, 95. We'll get there for sure. But 60K, that's a lot. We'll get there. Don't worry. We were just at 16 cents like a week and a half ago, and now we're at 32. That's doubled, and we just need to double one more time, and we'll be picking you up on the rocket, Michael, and continuing off to the moon. All right. So let me check back on some of your questions and see what y'all were asking again. Yeah, good question, Rafi. Yeah, and why isn't Doge higher with all the hype? Okay, yeah, we'll roll into that. I am out at the moment. Yes, that's correct, John. All right, let's do this thing. All right. Well, thanks everybody for hanging out today. Let's get right into it and talk about what we've got going on here. August 16th. Checking out the Dogecoin chart, Bitcoin, and just everything else that's going on in the market right now. So just a quick little summary of what's happened recently. So coming from the 15th yesterday where we left off, you could see that we were sitting at around 30 cents. And then we kind of took off here. And once we took off, we did not really stop. So going into the end of yesterday, I think we went live somewhere up in this general area towards 32. But by the end of the day, we ended up, near 35, and we came all the way back up to 35 again after the pullback. So that's actually really impressive. And maybe during the stream, we were actually up here. So we were closer to 33, but we came back up and retested 35 and actually made a higher high. Now, if we were just to zoom out a bit, you can see that little area right there, right around 35.19, that's the highest we've been since the crash. The only time we really got up that high was around the time of the Coinbase announcement, which is when we hit 44. So that's what this spike was right here when Doge went live on Coinbase, and that feels like forever ago now, but that was 2 months ago. Right here, June 2nd is when we peaked at 44. And then after that bounce, once we dropped, we bounced back up to 35.5. After that, we have not seen 35.5 again, or anywhere near 35.5. It's just been downtrend, double bottom down at 16, and then the recovery. So 35.19 was actually the highest price that we've seen in a while on Dogecoin. So it's really impressive to see those numbers. It's great to see Dogecoin doing that well again. And for those of you that bought low and were holding and waiting this out, or just being active and keeping an eye on the charts, you made quite the amount of money, and you're probably very happy right now. But now the question is, what's going on now? Because, we did a double top here at 35, and then we hard dumped 5 cents, which when you're this cheap, all right, because we're only Dogecoin at 30 to 35 cents. When you're this cheap, a 5-cent move is pretty substantial, because you think about it, what's 10% of 35? It would be 3.5 cents. So basically every 3 to 3.5 cent move up or down, that's like a 10% return on your investment, or 10% loss of your portfolio. So a move from 35 to 32, you just lost 10% of your portfolio. And a move from 32 to 29, you lost another 10%. Right? That's a lot of money. So this is not a small move, even though it looks small on the chart. So I'm sure a lot of people are wondering, well, what in the world is going on right now? Well, there are a few things to keep in mind. And the first one would be that we are still, to an extent, at the end of the day, following Bitcoin. So though Dogecoin went on its own bull run here and had a great old time and just randomly went up 10 cents over the last week here, we are still at the mercy of the market leader that everyone respects and looks to see, well, how's the crypto market doing? And that guy is named Bitcoin. All right. And so when we run out of steam and we don't know what to do next, we start looking at the market leaders for advice, you could say, for direction. And that's what ended up happening here. And we'll take a look at Bitcoin soon. But as for why did Dogecoin even run up that hard? This is what we've been talking about for, the last couple of months, just explaining cryptocurrency movement and altcoin movement, and specifically Dogecoin movement, and like how predictable it is, and how you can know like what it's going to do in the short-term future and like midterm future. Dogecoin is very emotionally driven. When the market looks bad, Dogecoin falls very, very, very hard. When the market starts to look positive, if Dogecoin fell very, very hard and is now way behind everyone else, at kind of the last moment, then Dogecoin catches up. It does like a slingshot move. And why is that? You start to get like a lot of FOMO buy momentum kick in, because most of the people trading Dogecoin are retail traders. They don't know proper entries, proper exits. All they know is, ooh, this thing is going up, I want to buy it while it's going up. Now, a lot of the times, they're buying it while it's going up, and they see like this massive candle right here, and this is the bait, for example. So they see this, they see a pullback, and like, oh, it's probably going to stop here, and then it goes 1, 2, 3 massive candle, and then you start getting all these FOMO buyers buying in on this candle all the way up to the top. And they're like, oh my God, it's just going to keep going. Look at how parabolic we're going now. And it stops. All right, but these momentum moves are very, very typical of like low market cap cryptocurrencies, especially the ones where retail traders live, because they are the FOMO buyers. They are the people that like to buy into momentum, and just they keep runs going. But usually once it really picks up steam is when it's typically going to be at a point where people are taking profit. So anyway, Dogecoin was just playing catch up. That is literally it. The market was looking good. We tested off 42,000 Bitcoin. We held, we went up, pulled back. We hit the next level that everybody was talking about, which was like 45.56. We cleared that, and then we held there at support. That was in a lot of people's minds, like a lot of the people that were still sitting on the sidelines, still kind of being greedy and still like, I don't want to place a trade at all. Once we held at like 45.46, a lot of people got extra confident. They're like, oh, wait, maybe this is the run. You know, maybe we're going to go to 50. Maybe we're going to go to 55, and I'm not in yet. And then you see all that momentum kicking into Dogecoin as, you know, they start seeing the price go up a couple cents, and it's still doing well at like mid-20s. And then they're like, okay, we're getting close to 30. Then we pass 30, which is a major mental level for people with Dogecoin. So once we pass 30 cents Doge, then we just get more people and more people and more people on it. And that was just a massive momentum run. All right. On top of that, we had everybody on Twitter circulating this hashtag, which I was not fond of, but it was Dogecoin to like something like Dogecoin to $1 soon, or like it was like a tweet trying to pump to get Dogecoin to pump. I really dislike pump stuff, you guys know, but yeah, and that ended up trending on Twitter, so that made a lot more people take notice of Dogecoin, which means more buyers and, you know, all that good stuff. So a massive hype momentum run is really the reason why we went up as high as we went, and because we should have been up here anyway, and so we had all this room to run. Still, technically, we are much behind Bitcoin. Bitcoin is still at about 45K, and we are at 32 cents. We should be at 45 cents if Bitcoin's at 45K. We know when we're doing well, we usually follow 1 to 1. So, or 1 to 1,000. So that's the way it goes. And so now let's go ahead and kind of look at what Bitcoin's doing right now, and we'll be able to get some explanation here on why Dogecoin ended up dumping just now. So if you just take a look at the 3-minute chart on Bitcoin, if you just take a look at the 3-minute chart on Bitcoin, you can see right about here, and this is when Dogecoin was going up to like 35 cents for the second time. And keep in mind, Dogecoin was doing better than Bitcoin, because Bitcoin made its high here and then a lower high, but Dogecoin went all the way back up. But then regardless, Bitcoin, once it made this new low under 47, as soon as we crossed the 47 line, this like support and under 47, everyone sold. That was a very, very, very strong sell signal, and a sell signal is also a short signal. So you get people selling and shorting at the same time, and that's why you see this massive dump off all the way down to 45. And with that came the rest of the cryptocurrency market, and that was at 8:16. So this was August 16th today at about 9:30. And if you went back to Dogecoin and you look at when that first drop was, hover your mouse. 8:16, 9:30. So Dogecoin was just following the market at this point, and that's why we saw all these pullbacks here. This one here, and then this one here. Now we're just following Bitcoin again. We're going back to our usual, because the hype run on the Dogecoin side is cooling off from yesterday and the day before. So that's what we're seeing. All right. So that's great. Now, the thing is, Dogecoin and Bitcoin, they are still doing just fine. So this isn't necessarily some time to go switch to being extremely like bearish and whatnot. All right, because as of now, what we're seeing is just, you know, 2 pullbacks. We're still holding at 46,000. And now what we need to be aware of on Bitcoin, if we were to switch our perspective here, is if we make a new low of the lows that had recently become like main support. As you start to look across here, after we bounced off of 42.5 and really started this bullish trend up, you can see we had another pullback to here, and then most of the trading activity was in this general area, right around 45 to 46,000. So that tells you if we start breaking these lower support levels in that general trading area, so let's say 45.6 is one key level of support, right around 45.6, 45.5. If we go below that, that's going to be a problem. All we've got left is really this area right here, and let's just say right at 45. If we end up going under 45,000 flat and getting comfortable under there, people are going to start switching to a bearish mindset, especially as we get towards August 23rd. August 23rd is going to be the hearing, with the House of Representatives as they go over the infrastructure bill. There are some positives with regulation, guys. Wait, this song is a little too lit, so let me go to the next one. I can't think with that one. It almost got me dancing. All right, it's not all bad that there's going to be some regulation. Regulation's usually a good thing. Regulation, like I said yesterday, means that people are taking things serious. They understand that it exists, and it's probably not just going to disappear. So they feel the need to regulate it and maybe even take advantage of that thing that's going to be around by taxing it. So the fact that the government's doing this is more a good thing, if anything, because that just reaffirms to us that cryptocurrency is real and is being taken seriously even by the United States government and the IRS, right? They understand. But the problem is the regulations in the bill that's going to be passed. And though I don't think genuinely, especially if they're regulating it and they're trying to get tax money from it, it doesn't make sense to tax something and then destroy it at the same time. So I do think at some point the bill will be amended. I don't think Bitcoin's just going to go to $0 or to $5,000 and just be done for, and cryptocurrency, we never talk about it again after the end of this year. But I think we could see the House of Representatives not amend the bill, all right, and then it end up going to the president as is, and maybe the president just signs it, and we see some sort of sell-off due to that negative event, maybe a big sell-off, or even just a sell-off in anticipation of what potential negativity could come on the 23rd, right? So I'm not particularly bullish at this moment for the next 7 days. If we do fine going over the next 7 days and come the 23rd, things go decently. After that, I am completely open mentally to, a massive bull run taking place and us never looking back. But until we get that out of the way, that caution needs to be set. Like, we need to be careful because we don't know what's going to happen. And so it would be unreasonable and kind of unwise to start being really, really bullish right now when we know good and well that something very bad could happen in 7 days. All right, so that's why I recommend whatever you do, whatever trading style you're going for, just keeping a close eye on the price action and making sure you know what's going on. Like, keep monitoring it a couple times a day. I'm not saying like 20, 30 times, but morning, afternoon, evening, probably every day for the next 7 days. And make sure you're not getting burned if you're in. So there is that. But yeah, other than that, I mean, like I said, I think we have pullback potential. If it's just people selling off out of some panic leading up to the event and nothing more than that, I mean, we could probably come back towards the 42,000 level. That would probably be Dogecoin back into the mid to higher 20s. Not a massive pullback, but it's something. And then if we sell off out of fear and then we get bad news at the House hearing, maybe we then start seeing more of a bearish run on Bitcoin back down towards, 39, 35, probably not much lower than 33 unless it's really terrible. And that would just be Dogecoin back to about 19, 20. I don't think we're going to see Dogecoin 16 again. I don't think we're going to see anything that low, or, Dogecoin 13, the original doom and gloom projections. We've kind of entered a different space. But if people take it bad enough, of course it is still a possibility. But I think we could see Doge 20s next week if things aren't looking so good. But yeah, that's where we're at with that. When it comes to Dogecoin Catalyst, though, I think Dogecoin is going to do the best out of all of these assets here, except for Cardano, because, like I said yesterday, Dogecoin's not as reliant on mining to be successful. Bitcoin, a lot of the value comes from the value that the Bitcoin miners assign to it. And, it's so hard to mine. It's like digital gold and, this rarity, all of that. The whole system is built around that. Whereas Dogecoin is just we want to buy it, we want to spend it. You're not usually seeing a whole bunch of mining farms for Dogecoin to be profitable. They usually go to Bitcoin or Ethereum for profit mining. So I don't think the regulations and that ban in the US is going to hit Doge as hard as it will Bitcoin and Ethereum. So I think Dogecoin will, regardless of the regulations, come out on top. And then we'll also see things like Cardano as well, with its great news of smart contracts, also come out in like second place. So I think Dogecoin will do best, ADA, Cardano second, and then Ethereum, then Bitcoin, if we get some regulation. But we'll see. To answer someone's question that they just asked here in the chat, basically they said, if I had a certain amount of money, if I had the opportunity right now to buy and hold one Ethereum or use that same cash to put into Dogecoin, what would my move be? Right at this moment, it would be to put it into Dogecoin, because like I said, Dogecoin, in my opinion, will be doing the best over this next week or two. If though, come next week and whatever time frame after, that regulation gets amended and everything's going to be fine, I would feel maybe just safer putting it in Ethereum, especially if I wanted to invest in something and look away. Because with ETH2, everybody has an expectation that Ethereum will be $10 to like $12 to $15,000 by like, let's just say early to mid next year. And so that's already like, we're talking 3-4x profit, where that's the same thing we're trying to get from Dogecoin right now as it gets to $1, about 3-4x profit. And the Ethereum one, in my opinion, is just more sure, though it will take longer. So if it was going to be an investment thing, it would be going to go into Ethereum. If it was going to be more of a scalping trading play, it would be to go Dogecoin first, hope Dogecoin hits its target, then sell my Doge, and then put it into Ethereum. So that would be my recommendation. But honestly, if I were to go for one ETH, I would probably want to go a little bit riskier and just go for some Cardano instead, because I think that has more growth potential at this moment with the smart contracts news coming out way sooner than ETH2 news. So that's that. A quick look at the market, though, before we get back to the stream comments and kind of end the YouTube video portion of this. So let's just take a look at how everything's doing today so far. So Bitcoin is pretty neutral, down 2.5%, which is actually not that good for Bitcoin. Percentage gains and losses are a lot bigger price-wise. So it's down a bit. Ethereum is down even more. Cardano is down even more than that. And then Dogecoin's actually down even more than that. The Dogecoin thing is mostly because it's pulling back from the hype. Not so much because from the hype run from yesterday, and not so much because it's just doing worse in general. But Cardano is still up 41% over the last 7 days, which is way higher than really anything else near here, except for XRP. But XRP today is actually doing the worst by far, so that's not good. Going down the list a little bit more, Polkadot's up, that's cool. Up 7%. Solana's actually up a lot. Solana's up 22%. And over the last 7 days, it's up 67%. So Solana's on quite a run right now. And then let's just go down a bit. Polygon's doing okay, just like Bitcoin's doing. And then we get down towards poor SHIB, which is actually doing pretty good at 9,000 Satoshi. SHIB is going up, finally. It's been a long time, and it's been overdue. This thing was chilling at like 5,000 or 6,000 units, which is quite low. AMP is still doing its AMP thing right around 6, which it has been at for like the last week. As you can see, yeah, it's only down 1%. It's only moved 1%. So AMP is not really moving. That's fine, though. And yeah, let's actually check on one more thing, which is Hedgic, which I really like as an options trading play. Hedgic is it's doing all right. It's down. It's actually down 5% today. And where's the 7-day? I want to see the 7-day. Over the last 7 days, it's actually looking like it's up a bit. So yeah, that's good. Hedgic is a really good options trading platform for crypto. But yeah, that's where we're at. As far as projections are concerned for Dogecoin, I don't think Dogecoin is just going to fall anywhere unless Bitcoin just decides to go under 45,000 and dump. I think Dogecoin's at these price levels pretty much to stay. I think 30 cents, around 30 cents is probably a really good dip buy opportunity, with like the 30 to 32 cent range being lower risk, and hoping you can then get a scalp up to like 35, or maybe that on our next run we catch a move up to like 38 or 40. But we're kind of in that stage, guys, where we're now no longer in teens and 20s. We're now looking more like 30 to 40. All right. So we moved up another level, and we just got to accept where we're at. But if Bitcoin decides to dump, then that can give us maybe one more opportunity down here. But I would not necessarily be holding all of my capital and not making any investments in a hope that we will get down here. All right. I would still be looking for some plays when I can, just trying to play it safe, take a couple risks, try and make a couple bucks, and not get left in the dust completely, just in case. Because though next Monday should be a day where I think we'll see a pullback. We've been seeing a lot of bullish momentum, and maybe people are just not really caring so much about what we think they might. So we'll see. Anyway, if you're on the YouTube side, thanks for watching. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace. But for you guys here, we of course will continue. All right, so thoughts on Rarible? I'd have to look that up. I actually don't know what that is. But yes, John, I am still out at the moment. Well, if it isn't going to hit 15,000 a coin, what's the point? Might as well just sell everything. Hey, yeah, why not? Hey, what's up, Skydive? Pillar says, what will happen when Ethereum and Doge bridge connect? Will we see the price between both coins because they will be linked by a bridge? No, basically the only thing that's going to be happening there is maybe Dogecoin will follow Ethereum's price movement a little bit more, but it'll be in the same way that Dogecoin kind of already follows Ethereum's price movement, because Ethereum follows Bitcoin's price movement. So they all kind of move the same anyway. So that's not going to change at all. The price of a Dogecoin isn't necessarily just going to change because it's now tied to Ethereum. It's just going to run on Ethereum's network. So, you know, taking advantage of Ethereum's blockchain technology and a lot of the other functionality. So, yeah. 50K Bitcoin and 50 cent Doge soon. Yes, I agree. I do agree. Killed it on my scalping accounts. Bought in at 16 and 19. Sold at 349. That is amazing. Glad to hear that, Skydive. Chaz Mandu says, whoop. Really good insight. Appreciate that, Matt. August 23rd. Don't panic. Be careful. Don't necessarily panic. Panic never gets you in a good spot. Never panic sell. Never FOMO buy. Those are 2 rules. But be very careful. Yeah, still bopping after you left. Uh-oh. Hope you didn't break anything. Heard you talking about a neck brace. I'm finishing my setup today and added some more stuff. I bought a gaming PC with a bigger graphics card to handle it. Sweet, man. Glad to hear it. My thoughts on XRP, it has good specs, and I don't want to completely write it off. I think in the retail coin space, it's really important to start hearing about like people accepting it and adopting it and taking it serious, because that's kind of the only things that give those coins value. And I don't hear enough people talking about XRP. But I mean, it definitely has potential, especially once it gets fully in the clear from like the lawsuits and all that stuff and gets accepted on Coinbase. And, you know, at that point, I think XRP could still take off. And I really have always said that I think XRP could really be a good coin with its current spec sheet for corporate business transactions, kind of behind the scenes stuff. Whereas Dogecoin can be the day-to-day person's coin that's just more accessible, more family friendly. Everyone knows about it. Yeah, Matt, Def had some good tunes last night. You make a playlist on that Epidemic, man. Epidemic is the move. Hey, OMG is me. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, I remember seeing you in the chat yesterday. Hello, and welcome to the stream. Don't forget, guys, if you're new to this side, if you came from Matt's stream or recommended from him, or if you just found me on YouTube search or whatever, click subscribe. It only takes a second, and you'll have me locked in on your list. And you'll show me some support, which is also great. My goal is to cash out on Doge when it hits $1. That would give me enough to pay off all my credit cards. Hey, that's awesome. That is a big accomplishment. Figure out the dancing Doge. I couldn't stop watching it. I will. I'm going to either throw it in after stream, or if I can't figure it out, I'm going after stream straight to Matt, and we need to have a talk, man. I need to figure out your dancing Doge secret. I need some, show me the way. Yeah, thank you, Matt. Thanks for bringing some people over. Appreciate it. Y'all are funny. Smash that like button. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. What's up, Jonathan? I just finished your shirt. Like, it was already done, but I just finished it. So there was one more thing to do. So, a second, Matt there. Great insight. Thank you. Appreciate that, Crypto. All right. Sounds good, Matt. Got everybody here. Cool. Any other questions, guys? I'm sure there's a lot to talk about for sure. I am still very bullish on Cardano, by the way, guys. I don't care what price it's at. If it is anywhere saying $2, I'm buying. It could say 201, it could say 291. I'm probably still buying. I have had, and here's the thing, guys, coming from reviewing technology, my whole perspective, and this channel is very, very old, by the way. I just was inactive on it while I was doing the tech reviews, and then I kind of revived it to when I started doing stream. Is my mic low volume? Low volume right now. Oh, you mean low trading volume? Yeah. I come from, like I said, reviewing technology. And when you review products and tech and all that, you have to come from a perspective where you're trying to view it in like the shoes of other people. So evaluating it from other people's perspective and what is like the average person going to think about this and how can that influence the success of that product. And that's the same way I look at cryptocurrencies. How are people going to look at Dogecoin and how will that influence the success? And that's why I don't like XRP that much, because I don't feel like people care about it. And community in these coins is very important unless it's going to be a business focused coin, which is why I think XRP could be very well be a business focused coin, and Dogecoin be the one that everyday people know about. They think it's fun. They want to use it. Just keeping it simple, right? Because the everyday person also keeps it simple. So overthinking it sometimes is a bad thing. Bitcoin and then Ethereum. But my thoughts on Ethereum and my thoughts on Cardano are just coming from my everyday experience as, being a normal person off stream, using these things myself, trying to buy coins, trying to sell, trying to stake in different platforms, trying to make my own money, and trying to do different stuff. And using the Ethereum network, I have had negative experiences and I very strongly dislike it. And so as a consumer, not just a reviewer or a informer, but as a consumer off stream, it's pretty terrible. Like no person, and even me, who usually doesn't care about like spending money on stuff to get stuff done, I just looked at that. I'm like, I want to buy an options contract on Hedgic, but I'm being charged $130 to buy the contract as an Ethereum network miner fee that I have to pay to the miners. I'm like, do I want to do that? Like, no, I don't. I do not want to pay $130 for a mining fee. That is absolutely absurd. And like me by default, sometimes I'm just like, all right, well, gotta pay to play, and I would have clicked accept, and I'm like, $130, Mariano? Let's slow down a minute and really think about the fact that you're getting absolutely robbed. So I just, that's half the reason why I haven't been executing some trades recently. It's just because it's too expensive to do it if I want to use my platform. And it's just an Ethereum smart contract, a DeFi app on the Ethereum network. So that's one problem. And what would solve that problem? Maybe another platform that will give Ethereum a run for its money, and that advertises having extremely, extremely cheap mining fees, transaction fees, that could be just as fast and just as good, that isn't quite as popular yet, and that needs some development. Oh, Cardano, there it is. And I think once people start seeing DeFi apps that are built on the Cardano network, and they realize that instead of paying $130 to buy an options contract, they can pay 50 cents. It's going to be extremely obvious which one's going to get more use. Extremely, extremely obvious. Because that's me not wanting to do it. So I can't imagine what the everyday person, where $130 is just like, huh? They're probably not touching that whatsoever. They probably just close their phone and never look at an Ethereum app again. Like, I imagine, like, my mom, $130. I mean, that was food for the month. Here I am trying to buy an options contract for $130, you know, for funsies. Doesn't make sense. I'm gonna do the same with Cardano. Yeah, it's just, it seems ADA smart contracts are going to explode in the market. I agree, and in my opinion, the timing right now is it's like better than ever, because right now we're at this point in cryptocurrency where it's being shifted. There's like a couple different stages right now that we've had in crypto. We had the early bird stage, which was like from 2013, when coins really like Dogecoin started being developed, up until like last year. And then we had from like the end of last year, which is like, if you got in the end of last year, you're probably still pretty wealthy right now, up until January or like February, and that's when things really started to take off. And if you got in like April, May, you're kind of in this phase. So there was the super early, the early, and now the last call phase before everything starts to blow up. And I think that's where we are right now. The last call, buy your crypto now before what you see now and you think is high actually takes off in rockets. Because most people, go ask some, like maybe your parents, ask some of your friends, just say like, what do you know about cryptocurrency? Ask a large sample size and take note of how many people understand. Tell them to explain what cryptocurrency is to you, or whatever. Ask them, what is Dogecoin, what is Bitcoin, and see what answers they give you. I'll guarantee you that the majority of them have no idea the answer to almost all of those questions, which means we are still early. Everybody knows what cash is. Everybody knows how to work a credit and debit card and understand credit scores and all that good stuff. Nobody knows what cryptocurrency is yet. We are still early. So we are being able to take advantage of these like once in a lifetime opportunities. I mean, a lot of us missed the internet boom, right? Who would have liked to be invested in Google like 30 years ago or something? You know what I mean? Or have bought stake in Apple or that kind of thing. I was being greedy. I saw almost 6% up and I was trying to be greedy. I made a cool 1%. But I'm just saying, it's like a once in a lifetime opportunity. Now the government's taking cryptocurrency serious in the United States. They're taking it serious overseas. Everyone's going to start, it's going to be inevitable that people start figuring out what cryptocurrency is, and they're going to start investing. So we still have a chance to get in before the majority of people even know what cryptocurrency is. And then once we're in and all those people start taking it serious, then the prices will really take off. 3x, 5x, 10x, 100x. And this is the early birth. This is the birth of the networks to host those things. So we've got, Ethereum's like the only one right now that most people know about, and then the Binance Smart Chain. But then we've got, Cardano's coming up now. We've got Matic coming up, Polygon and Polkadot and all this stuff, This is like the birth of the beginning. So after we're done with Dogecoin, because Dogecoin will probably lose steam, let's be honest, around $1 to $1.50. It'll probably be done with the hype. Once we're done trading Dogecoin primarily, and we start venturing out a little bit more to other things, then we're going to have all these new DeFi apps running on all these new networks that get situated, like Cardano and the others, to start playing with and investing in as soon as they take off. And then we can be some of the ones buying in, the first buyers on a lot of these DeFi apps that end up being extremely useful. What is the Flexa or the AMP going to be on Cardano, right? There'll probably be a competitor on that network. What are the options trading platforms going to be on the Cardano network? So there's a lot of opportunity brewing post Dogecoin. And that's why I also am not extremely bullish on Ethereum, though I think it still will hit, 10 to 15 by next year. This time next year, there's going to be so much competition that I don't like to keep thinking that, Ethereum's just going to continue running and running and running and running, because with competition, you then start to stall out a bit, because now people are looking at other things in the same way that after the SNL event, Dogecoin got a whole bunch of different competition. It had Shiba Inu, which took like half our community, and then Baby Doge and Father Doge and Mama Doge and all the different Inu coins and all the different, Australian Safe Shepherd and every other dog-related coin, just diversified. All of Dogecoin's community scattered across the crypto network. And what did we see? We lost a lot of momentum. We lost a lot of buying pressure because everyone was looking at other things. So, it's a similar concept, in my opinion, when it comes to Ethereum and things like that. We're going to see once Ethereum gets real competition from Cardano and then other networks as well, not everyone's going to be just a Ethereum fanatic. People are going to start diversifying into some of the other options, and Ethereum's growth speed will probably slow down. So that's why I don't like to give projections super far out, because it's pretty much impossible. Because you can't really predict how, what's going to happen when people do that. All right. Let's see. You pay 40 in tax for day trading, right? No, not necessarily. Generally pay, capital gains tax, and the rates they kind of just depend on like your tax bracket. I would just kind of Google search it, and there's a couple websites that have charts. It shows like what pay bracket you're in and what your tax is going to be for your trades, your long-term capital and your short-term capital gains. ADA is already the third largest. Yeah, it's already doing very well. And the nice thing is it still has like 6x potential before it would even touch Ethereum's market cap. So there's still room to run. And that's with Ethereum current. Once Ethereum continues its bull run, then Cardano and Dogecoin, they all get more breathing room with market cap space without disrespecting Bitcoin and Ethereum spots as first and second. Very nice. Hope it pulls back more. Then I'll pick up some more. Got in at 126. That's awesome, Rick. Just loaded up on Cardano. Awesome. Still dead. What happens to the Doge that gets spent on retail if it's not being spent and not put back into the market? Sorry, wouldn't it be limited? Well, the thing is, when it gets spent, it gets sent to other hands. So it's like if you were to donate Dogecoin to me or something like that, or gift Dogecoin to me. It doesn't destroy it, but it's now in my wallet instead. But the great thing is the acceptance of Dogecoin, and this is why I've also said Robinhood wallets would be a major catalyst, not just because of the news, but because of what would end up happening. When you give something use, it changes what people decide to do with it. Because, for example, think of it this way. On Robinhood right now, if you want to interact with Dogecoin, what options do you have? You can buy it or you can sell it, and that's it. You can't do anything else with it. You can't like hold it in an exterior wallet and just, do whatever you want. You can't donate it to somebody else. You can't pay for stuff with it. So that means the only purpose that you're going to end up having for that Dogecoin is to buy it with the intent to then sell it. So if you buy it at one point, it is almost guaranteed that at some point you're going to execute a sell and contribute to selling pressure later on. When you introduce hard wallets, that gives people another option of what they can do with their Dogecoin. So they can instead just execute the buy, contribute to buying pressure, but then they can decide, well, do I want to actually sell it, or do I want to just hold it? Or do I want to just send it to a friend and not sell it back on the exchange and contribute to selling pressure, which will make the price go down? So you start giving people other options of things to do with their Dogecoin instead of executing a sell, and that just in itself starts making the price go up. More buying, or the same amount of buying, but less selling, and maybe just more spending. But yeah, if it gets spent, that's another good thing though, because it gives, like I said, people something to do with it. So instead of just holding on to it to sell it for profit, maybe they just go to their store, they spend it, and that Dogecoin stays in circulation and it just goes into someone else's hands until they decide to either then, just like cash, take that $10 that they got, spend it at another store, or re-up on inventory, or maybe they just decide to transfer it for another cryptocurrency, which is then when it gets considered a sell. But if Dogecoin can be widely adopted and really people understand the value and it's widely accepted, you're going to start to just see Dogecoin being bought and circulated. And that's where you start getting to like the deflationary aspect of like all this demand, people buying it and spending it and buying it, you know, trading their US dollar for it and spending it, and, you know, just doing that over and over, but not a lot of people like selling it back. It's just a lot of demand and we're just taking from the supply. That's why I say, you know, with the current supply rate of Dogecoin and the current amount in circulating supply right now, if we had global adoption of Dogecoin, it would actually be deflationary. Because there's no way 1 billion Dogecoins is enough to go around the globe. Like, think about how much money you guys have in your bank accounts right now, and just put Dogecoin at $1. You know, let's just say everybody in this chat, you know, let's be nice and say everybody's got 10 grand, right? So we're all happy, you know. So everybody in here has 10 grand. We've got like 30 people in here right now, right? So 30 people, 10 grand, $300,000. That's 300,000 Bitcoin right here, just in this group chat. Like, how many people would it take? And I did this math before on stream. To the circulating supply of Dogecoin, just divide it by $5,000 per person in Doge. There's not enough to go around. So yeah, there's that. Very nice. Hope it pulls back more than I'll pick up some more. Yeah, Preezy was definitely talking about it there. I was just too focused on the other alts. Would have done the same. Exactly. Better to play with their money. What's up, Josiah? Oh yeah, if anybody here wants to join the members only Discord group they're talking about, once you're subscribed to the channel, you'll see a join button right next to it. You just join the super member, and then I'll send you a link. Pretty simple. But it is invite only. The only way you get invited is if you join the super member group for the channel here. How's everyone? Doing good. Great. I made my first purchase using Doge today. It was amazing. Or buy t-shirts with Doge. Buying stuff with Dogecoin, guys, it's really satisfying. I'm not going to lie. Thank you, Rick. Thanks for helping out. What's up, Josiah? Your shirts will be here tomorrow. Yours and Chazman Dudes will be here tomorrow, and then I can make them and give them to you guys. I thought they were here yesterday, but that was one order, not the one I thought it was. So I've got Jonathan. Your shirt is literally right there. And you can see half of it right there, dangling on the heat press there. And then I've got the rest of y'all's tomorrow. Great. Let's see. Cool. These shirts are really comfortable, though. I'm not going to lie. They're the only shirts I like. These shirts, and then the actual like clothing brand that I like to wear is called Built, BYLT. They make really high quality shirts. I wear those all the time, but if I'm not wearing those, I'm wearing like these shirts that I have for merch. They're so soft. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Dogecoin is still selling off. I think we could see 30 cents or 29 cents again pretty easy. Going under. Yeah, I got you on those, man. I got you. We could see probably 28. I don't think we go much under 28 unless Bitcoin's really hard crashing. And then, I mean, like I said, we just got to keep an eye out for that. Bitcoin under 35,000 is going to be a problem. First problem is Bitcoin under 46, then Bitcoin under 45 is the next problem, and then Bitcoin under 43 is like the major problem, and then Bitcoin under 42.5 is a serious problem. So nice. Well, I have to be a responsible adult and feed my family. Hate it when that happens, right? Have a great night. Make that money. Thanks again, Mariano. See you tomorrow. Appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out. And I will see you tomorrow as well. And of course, right as I'm about to wrap up stream, right on time, Skydive's like the in-stream signal. All right. Yeah, guys. Well, I think that's going to wrap it up. Thank you all for the support. It's been real. Matt, let me know if you're going to go live today. I'll hop in your stream too. And check it out and watch. But yeah, I'm going to hop off for tonight, get some more stuff done, get Jonathan his shirt before he kills me. And yeah, Marcelo, Bitcoin's dumping. Yeah, Bitcoin is selling off, and it probably will. I think this could very well be the sell-off that goes on and kind of goes on up until next week. I was very surprised to see a bull run to 48 with the news that we had coming next week. But like I said, this is what I said last week. I would give it until Thursday at the latest. The 19th, at the 19th and 20th are the days that I expect to start at the latest to start seeing the pullback happen as we get close to the 23rd. So today, tomorrow, and Wednesday, in my opinion, are the last days that we have of like bullish continuation hope. And I think it only makes sense for people to start taking profit by like end of Wednesday going into Thursday, Friday, and not being bullish going into Monday, where it's most likely only going to be bad news. You know, doesn't really make sense to be bullish then. So, but maybe we're just starting to sell off early, which is not actually a good thing, because that means we have more time to fall. But yeah, like button now. Appreciate that, Jared. All right, guys, I'm gonna head out as well. Thank you all for hanging out. Follow me on Twitter at 2020 Tech Reviews if you would like, at 2020 Tech Reviews if you didn't hear me, and subscribe if you haven't already. And that's going to be it.